you were to ask someone that seemingly universal question, which Wallace and Gromit film was the best? Well, usually that person would take a while to give their answer, because let's face it, all 5 films have their strong points and memorable moments. There is not one bad Wallace and Gromit movie out there. However, the 2 names that are usually mentioned the most are The Wrong Trousers, the 2nd film, and A Close Shave, the 3rd film. Today, I'm going to look at what areas each short covers better, and reach a conclusion over which one is my personal favourite. So let's start with The Wrong Trousers. A Close Shave will have to wait for now, but there's no need to be sheepish. The first reason why The Wrong Trousers is the better adventure is because it's a better reflection on Wallace and Gromit's friendship. The first half of this movie is focused on one thing, and that is the friendship between our 2 heroes. One running gag that the show has is the use of Gromit's eyebrows. It seems that whenever Wallace opens his mouth, Gromit rolls his eyes. Whenever Wallace comes up with another crazy idea, Gromit rolls his eyes. People might complain that Gromit is acting a bit disloyal by not supporting his master, but in The Wrong Trousers, it's justified. It's Gromit's birthday, he should be getting lots of respect and attention from Wallace, but what does he get? A musical car that stops working barely 5 minutes after he receives it, a pair of mechanical trousers that can take him for walks even though he clearly doesn't need it, Wallace worrying more about the debts they're in, and a mysterious lodger for the spare bedroom. These 2 should be having a great day together, but Wallace is more interested in the new lodger. Yep, it's no wonder Gromit decides to leave the very next night. But when Wallace is in trouble, Gromit immediately leaps into action, and finds a way to save his master from the threat. And by the end of the adventure, Wallace is thankful, proving that the friendship they have is unbreakable. In A Close Shave, they don't really worry about that friendship. They're both off doing their own thing, really. The second reason I have is that The Wrong Trousers has much more mystery. If you were to watch the opening scene of A Close Shave and you were pretty smart, you could almost call what is going to unfold. A huge lorry stops at a traffic light outside 62. One sheep escapes from the lorry. The dog tries to go after it, but the woman in the driving seat stops him before they leave. The very first image you see the next day is a newspaper report about a series of sheep rustling crimes. And just from that opening alone, you can probably tell that the people with the lorry were the sheep rustlers. Sure, there's that extra twist at the end that Preston is actually a robot dog, but did it really change the plot in any way? Not really. For Feathers McGraw, on the other hand, there are absolutely no clues whatsoever. Of course, if you were to listen to the dark music, you could probably get the sense that there is more to him than meets the eye, but the first time I watched this, I didn't have a clue what he was hiding. I imagine some people shared the same view. In fact, we don't find out his plan in full detail until he actually carries it out on the night. Now that is some good planning. Reason number 3. The Wrong Trousers feels slightly more cinematic. There are so many moments I could pick out here that are clearly inspired by the themes of other, much longer movies, and it does make us feel like we're watching a feature-length film. The first time we see The Wrong Trousers, the introduction of Feathers, the moment Gromit leaves the house, the moment Gromit spies on Feathers, the build-up to the heist itself, the train chase, it's almost easy to forget that this movie's only 29 minutes long. Yes, A Close Shave had a few scenes like this as well, but for that one there are a few scenes that end before they truly kick off, in my opinion. Reason number 4, and this one might be the most debatable. The Wrong Trousers has more memorable moments. Usually if you watch ranking videos talking about various shows, and one of them is Wallace and Gromit, I guarantee they will show at least one scene from this adventure. The train chase is probably the moment people would think of first when it comes to the franchise as a whole. The opening few scenes of the diamond heist are also talked about a lot. It's as if the people at Aardman knew how much of a legacy this half-hour short would have when it first aired in 1993. There is no doubt at all that The Wrong Trousers is the most well-known out of the 5 adventures, including The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. But this isn't a competition for which film is the most well-known. Let's move on to A Close Shave. The first reason that A Close Shave is the superior Wallace and Gromit story is there is a better balance between the 2 title characters. If you watch The Wrong Trousers, you might get the sense that this should be called The Gromit Show, and that Wallace is just a side character. I mean, we do get a scene where Wallace is fast asleep nearly all the way through it. In A Close Shave, they both have their own stories, they both do something heroic, and they both share the spotlight. One thing that helps with this is the fact that Gromit spends a small portion of the film in prison, which leaves us with just Wallace trying to deal with the fact his friend could be gone for good. The relationship with Wendelin is good as well, because it gives Wallace something to focus on. but it doesn't slow down the film or distract us from the main plot. When we watch Close Shave, we know by the end that one reason these two are such good friends is that they're strong enough to defend and save each other, which in my eyes is better than having everything happen to Wallace and Gromit doing all the heroics. Reason 2. A Close Shave has better comedic timing. Now don't get me wrong, there are still dozens of jokes in the wrong trousers that I still laugh at today. But the last few times I've watched Close Shave with other people, we were laughing our heads off. The porridge machine malfunctioning, the chase, the final battle in Preston's Lithomatic. They don't just leave these scenes with one joke, but a combination of many. Let's go with the chase scene, for example. The first joke is when Wallace and Gromit start chasing Preston in his lorry, but we see he has somehow found the time to turn the lorry around and park it in a shed, which leads to a great reaction from Wallace. Then Gromit uses a telephone wire to flip the motorcycle and sidecar and move it back behind the lorry. The combination are then split up, which leads Gromit to a 2,000 foot drop, which he doesn't find out until he reads the sign. We then discover the sidecar has controls that can turn it into a plane. Wallace manages to get the sheep out, which involves them climbing all over him. They then organise themselves into a massive cluster when Preston decides to brake and makes all of them fall back into the lorry. That's 7 jokes in 2.5 minutes, and every single one of them came at the perfect time. Some might criticise the fact that they are similar to a cartoon, but if a joke leaves us laughing uncontrollably as opposed to just chuckling a bit, it's got to be better. My third reason is that Preston is a better villain. I know I said how much I love the amount of mystery surrounding Feathers McGraw in the other short, but by making the Penguin a surprise villain, you don't get much time to appreciate how good a villain he is. The moment we first lay eyes on Preston, we know he is a bad dog, and to probably no one's surprise, the villain of the film. Now I won't lie, I was flipping terrified of the film when I was younger, simply because of Preston. Jesus, what big teeth you have. Not only that, but you get the sense of how evil he really is. He will stop at nothing to murder sheep for his dog food, even if it means kidnapping and murdering his owner. Like I said, the twist that Preston is a robot isn't that significant to the plot, but that doesn't mean it makes no sense. Dogs don't just turn evil, they have to be provoked or neglected by their owners, so what's wrong with the idea that his robotic mind has made him this way? I don't think I could pick a better villain in terms of how smart they are, because they both come up with very clever plans. There are just quite a few areas where Preston comfortably outdoes Feathers. By the way, does anyone feel slightly annoyed that Preston was prepared after being crushed and wasn't arrested for the sheep rustling? Or are the hashtags justice for Gromit? My fourth and final reason is A Close Shave is slightly more consistent with its atmosphere. The best piece of evidence I can give for this is the opening scenes. Press play on your DVD and straight away, no theme tune, no opening credits, just darkness, some eerie music. You watch this and you know that we've got a very dark 30 minutes ahead of us. We are jumping right into the action. Through the opening, we feel suspense. Through the scene where Wallace and Gromit head off in their combination, we feel excitement. Through the scene where Gromit is in Preston, we feel an immense amount of sadness. Through the chase scene and final battle, we feel hope that our heroes will outdo the villains and save the day. Aardman delivered in every scene and made us feel every emotion you could think of. That is why Wallace and Gromit are so beloved by their worldwide audience. We welcome them into our homes, we watch them have an adventure, and we fall in love with them. And considering 80% of their adventures have only been half an hour long, that is an achievement and a half. Okay, so I've analysed these two amazing films, looked at their strengths and weaknesses, but now it is crunch time. If I had to pick only one Wallace and Gromit story, I think I would choose A Close Shave. I know that The Wrong Trousers has proved to be the more popular story over the years, but there's something about A Close Shave that has made it never grow old on me. I suppose I could put it down to the fact that I refused to watch it for so long, and then when I finally saw it I felt annoyed at myself for being afraid of it at first, and realised just how exciting and funny it was. But no matter what, I still can't get enough of either of these films. They are two of the best things that have come out of the British film industry in all its years. You have no idea how difficult it was to choose a favourite. To be honest, I'd sacrifice the other 3 films if it meant I could always watch these 2. So what do you think? Which of these 2 Wallace and Gromit films is your favourite? And if it's neither of these, I'd love to know why. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and have a cracking day.